Hey, what's going on, everybody? Coder Chef here, and today we're going to talk about how you can navigate some of these different cryptocurrency exchanges other than, the typical Coinbase, Cash App, or Webull, right? So if you're living in the United States and you're getting into cryptocurrency, you're probably purchasing all your cryptos from one of those three exchanges I just mentioned. Now, those are great exchanges. I use those exchanges as well. But the reality of the situation is they're not going to list all the different cryptocurrencies that are available for you, right? And now, even though no exchange really lists every single crypto available, there's other exchanges out there that have way more cryptos for you to, purchase and trade on. And if you don't know how to navigate or operate these different exchanges, then that's really going to limit your ability to bolster your portfolio with these different altcoins, right? And so ultimately, that's what we're going to do here today. I'm going to show you guys, or I'm going to give you guys a little bit of insight to my process. And so what I mean by that is some different security measures that I take before going on these different exchanges, authentication before you log on to these exchanges, right? And then after that, I'm just going to show you guys how to use the exchange. A lot of people have been asking me, yo, D, how do you purchase XRP? Because, obviously that's one of the most hot cryptos on the market right now. Lucky for me, the majority of my bag was purchased before the SEC lawsuit, so I didn't have to deal with trying to purchase XRP, when a lot of these exchanges delisted it. But I did, however, add to my bag during the time that, XRP has been delisted from these major US exchanges like Coinbase, right? So I was able to, purchase some XRP, and I'm going to show everybody here how you can do that today as well. All right, cool. Let's go get started. Okay, so right now I'm logged into two different exchanges that I use. Okay, one is called Who, which is a Japanese exchange, and the next one is called Kucoin, which I believe is also a Japanese exchange. All right, so I'm logged into these two exchanges. They both have some similarities and some differences in how they operate, but ultimately you're going to see that the flow is really the same thing when you're using these kinds of exchanges. All right, and I told you guys I would shed some insight into some of the safety and security precautions that I take when I'm on these exchanges or doing anything really on the internet, right? And so the first thing is I have a VPN running. All right, if you don't know what that is, it's a virtual private network. Ultimately, it's going to encrypt your browsing history, okay? And this one in particular is changing my IP address as well. So it's as if I am somewhere in another country, okay? So that's one thing you could do. And also, when you create your account, you're going to want to set up two-factor authentication with the Google Authenticator app. All right, that's very easy, but that just adds another layer of security over your profile. And honestly, you actually need that in order to use these exchanges, which is good. Okay, so let's go over this general process. We're going to start with Who, okay? And so the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to fund your account. Now, me personally, I don't like to hook up my credit cards to any exchanges really besides, Coinbase and Cash App. But these other exchanges, I don't give them my credit card history. I fund my account by sending over whatever crypto it is from another wallet, usually Coinbase or Cash App, and I send it over to whatever exchange I want to use it on, okay? And so that is the manner in which I suggest you go about funding your account as well. And so for a little bit of overview, what you do. So here we go to Assets. We're going to go to My Assets. All right, so this is where you're going to see all your assets that you own on this particular exchange under Assets, okay? And see here you have a few different accounts: futures account, investment, OTC, spot account, and balance. Okay, so like we said, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to send over your crypto. So say you bought Litecoin from Coinbase. What you're going to do is you're going to find Litecoin here under balance. This is very important. So under the balance tab, all right, let's go ahead and just search for Litecoin. All right, so we have Litecoin here, right? And we see here, you see Litecoin here. So make sure whatever crypto it is that you are trying to send into this wallet shows up right here to make sure, okay? So here is very simple. All you're going to do is provide Coinbase with this address right here. And as a reminder, it says only for receiving Litecoin. You can't retrieve the currencies if you wrongly withdraw them to this address. So make sure that whatever currency you're sending over is the matching currency wallet within the other exchange, okay? So very simple, you're just gonna send yourself over some money, and when that clears, you're gonna see in here your balance is going to grow under balance for that particular crypto whenever that transaction processes. Okay. All right, so you deposited your money and your money is now in your balance, okay, under that specific crypto. And let's just say for these purposes it was Ethereum and not Litecoin. Okay. Now the next thing you're going to do is you're going to transfer it from balance to spot account. All right. So how you're going to do that is you're going to go to asset transfer, but make sure that it matches whatever it is you want to do. So in this case, theoretically we're doing Ethereum. So we're going to go to asset transfer for Ethereum. We're going to go to the spot account. Okay, and then we're going to transfer however much it is that we want to transfer. You're probably going to be transferring it all to the spot account so you can use it in the spot market. Okay, cool. So now we have our money in our spot account. Okay, so I don't have much in here. I just have a little bit of XRP here. So in my case, it would have been a situation where maybe I sent XRP over from Coinbase. I sent it over here to Who. And then I transferred that balance from my balance in XRP to my balance in the spot account. And now I have this XRP in my spot account ready for me to trade. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over here and we're going to take a look at the market. Okay, and so here we're seeing all these different pairs, these crypto pairings, right? And what this means, for instance, we have Bitcoin USD Tether. What this means is if I go to this Bitcoin USD Tether market, so if I click trade, right, if I click this, it's going to take me to the Bitcoin USD Tether market. And I'm going to be able to either buy Bitcoin with my USD Tether, or I'm going to be able to sell Bitcoin and buy USD Tether, right? So that's what that means. It means that you have one of the two assets in the pair and you want the other one. Okay, that's ultimately what that means. And so what you need to do is you need to find which pair it is you want to trade and make sure that you have one of those cryptos in order to trade. So say we have our XRP in our account and we want to convert it to, let's see, VeChain. Okay? So what we do is I'd see, okay, I see this market, VeChain, USD Tether. Right now I only have XRP, and if I want VeChain, that means I need USD Tether. Okay, cool. So I'm going to go and find the XRP USD Tether pair, and I'm going to go and sell my XRP so I can convert it or I can buy some USD Tether. All right? And so here is where you're going to be executing your trades, and you have limit order, market order, and take profit stop loss. All right? In the instance where you just want to get that transaction done as quick as possible, you're going to go to the market order. All right, you don't have to put in the price that you want to do this particular action on because you're going to get the best market price. Okay, so in our case, I am selling my XRP at the best available price. And let's say I want to sell all of it because I want to take all of this XRP and I want to buy VeChain. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to convert that to USD Tether. Okay, and this is how much USD Tether you're going to get in return right here. Okay, and so once you hit sell, you're going to see that open order pop up down here, and eventually it's going to get filled. And when it does get filled, if you go back to your assets, you will no longer have XRP. I will no longer have XRP, or I will have a very, very, very small amount of it. But instead, my balance for USD Tether would have been funded. All right? So first step is making sure you have that base currency for that cryptocurrency pair that you want to buy. So now I have the USD Tether. Cool. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this VeChain USD Tether market because now I have the Tether to buy the VeChain. All right? So here, same situation. I'm going to go market order, get the best available price. Okay, and so just right now you see my balance is very small for Tether. It's just 28 cents. Okay, so in this case what I would do is I would say I want to take all my Tether and I want to buy VeChain. Okay, so I want to take 100% of my Tether and buy it. And so this amount of 28 cents will get me 2.598 VeChain, right? And you see it down here what it's worth. All right, and so you just hit buy VeChain, and then like the last time, your open order is gonna pop up here, and then when it gets filled, it's gonna be erased from here. But then in your assets, you are going to see that now in your spot wallet, your spot account, you now have VeChain. So that's the basic flow of things, right? Pretty simple. You fund your account, you find whatever it is currency pair you're looking for. So if you want to just, if you know you want to buy something particular, you just search it, okay? You'd make sure you have that base currency. So you'd make sure you have, in this case, we're in the USD Tether market. So if you hit Bitcoin, you'll see all the pairs have the Bitcoin at the end of it, right? So that's how this works. So here, if I wanted to buy Ethereum in this market, the Ethereum Bitcoin, I would need to sell my Bitcoin to get Ethereum. Okay. So you find your pair, you get that base currency, right, by selling whatever it is you funded to get that Tether. And then you're going to go ahead and find that currency pair that you want. In our case, it was VeChain / USD Tether. You go into that market and you are going to buy the VeChain with the USD Tether, right? Very simple. Okay, and I told you guys, I will let you guys know what platform I was getting my XRP from. This is it. Okay. Moving on. So now we're on Kucoin. And Kucoin is very similar, right? Same kind of situation. You have your assets. You're going to go to your assets. All right, so same kind of setup. We have our main account. So if we were to send money here, it will land in our main account, our main account. And then from our main account, we want to transfer to our trading account. So here it's called trading account, on who it's called spot account, right? So we want to trade, we want to transfer into our trading account so we can go ahead and use it. So right now in my trading account, I have some what's called Telcoin, right? I bought this back in 2017 for like $100. Looks like it's doing pretty well right now. This is more like a long-term hold for me. You should look up this crypto. It's actually really dope. So, all right. So say I have Telcoin and I want to buy, you know, whatever it is. So let's go to the market and let's find something we want to buy. So we're actually going to go to markets. Okay. So say I wanted to buy some Ethereum. Okay. So I want to buy Ethereum. I see this Ethereum USD Tether pairing right here. So I'm thinking, okay, I need some USD Tether, right? But I only have Tel. So I'm going to go ahead and search Telcoin and find what pair it is. Okay, cool. So there's a Tel USD Tether pair. So I can sell my Tel and get USD Tether. Dope. All right, so we're in this market. And you see here in the bottom right, it's telling me to input my 6-digit trading password. When you create your account, you're going to create this trading password, and you have to input this in order to execute trades. So it's another level of security that they have. So I'm going to go ahead and input mine. And when you do, we see this similar looking grid as to the one that we saw on Who, right? With our buy and sell, we have the limit market, we have the limit, market orders, and stop limit and stop market, right? And so you see spot and futures here. So you always want to be here in spot, okay? And you can either do limit or market, right? And so we're doing market for this example, right? And now I want to do what? What do I want to do? I want to sell my Tel, right? And buy USD Tether. So here for the amount, same thing. Look, 100%. I could click one of these percentages, or I could input the amount I want. And I'm going to sell Tel, and eventually that order is going to get filled, and my trading account is now going to have USD Tether. Perfect. So I have that USD Tether, and now what are we going to do? We already know what we're going to do because we did this on Who. We are going to find the Ethereum USD Tether market. So we're going to go here. We're going to find that market. So we have Ethereum USD Tether. And I don't even have to click it, right? Because you guys know exactly what's going to happen, right? But let's do it anyway. So we have the USD Tether. We're going to go here. I can either do limit or market. So let's say if I wanted to do limit, instead of just getting it at the best market price, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, all right, when the price of Ethereum is equivalent to, what's Ethereum at now? 1990. So say when the price of Ethereum is the equivalent of 1800. So say I want to wait until it goes back to 1800, right? So around this price right here, I want to buy Ethereum with 100% of the US Tether that I have, right? So that would be the spot market. I mean, that would be the limit. If you want to place a limit order, that's an example of that. But if you want to do market, you're going to say, okay, I'm fine with buying it at 1992. I want to buy however much I want of it. I want to spend that much of my US Tether, and I want to buy that amount of Ethereum. All right, cool. So you see how easy this is, right? There's a little bit of differences between the exchanges, but ultimately what you're doing is pretty much the same process. You're funding your account, you're finding that currency pair that you want. You're going to see what that base currency is that you need. So a lot of times that's going to be USD Tether. You're going to take whatever cryptocurrency it was that you funded your account with. You're going to transfer it to that base currency. And then from there, you're going to go to that specific currency pair. You're going to sell that Tether and buy that crypto and booster your portfolio and get to these gains, right? Perfect. All right, guys, so I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me or drop them in the comments. I'll be sure to write you back. Go ahead and share this with your friends. Everybody wants to get into crypto. Everybody wants to figure out how to maneuver this kind of intimidating space. But once you get a hang of it, you're going to fall in love with it just like me. All right, so I'm Coder Chef, signing off. Peace.